My search for all the awesome horror indies continues, and this time I bring you CONSCRIPT, a World War I based survival horror game by Jordan Mochi of Catchweight Studio. I'm sorry if I pronounced the developer's name wrong. Spoilers ahead. I'm really loving these games developed by minimal amounts of people. While I often play AAA titles, it's these smaller budgets that seem to be capturing the most heart and soul. I promised myself I'd keep picking up indie titles, and I've found some really cool gems along the way. I was hooked immediately, not just because I could tell all my favorite hallmarks of survival horror were present, but also because tonally, this is totally my jam. I played this demo recently, and let me tell you, it is harrowing. You might be skeptical that a limited amount of pixels could present such a disturbing picture of the horrors of war, but it does so effectively. I am very much anticipating the full release of this game. The Steam page currently lists a 2024 release, so I clicked that wishlist button. You play as a French soldier during the Battle of Verdun, a very unique setting for a survival horror game. The momentum is instant and intense. Soon after the game starts, you'll contend with an enemy shelling that racks both the frame and the battlefield. Enemy soldiers storm the trenches. At first, you're forced to fend off threats with only a shovel and a rifle, but in short time, I found other staples of the survival horror genre, like a pistol and a shotgun. I really like that the main character started off with a rifle. It felt true to the period, and the fact that you have to reload between shots made those enemy encounters extra intense. The controls felt similar to Signalis, a little tough to feel out at first, but I grew more comfortable with some experience. After dying a few times, I started to become pretty efficient with my weapons and stacked an abundance of medical supplies. True to survival horror, I was in desperate need of healing as I continued to fend off enemy soldiers. I really like the feeling of weight with the weapons, though I don't know if that's the best way to describe the sensation. Firing weapons just felt good in my hands, if that makes sense, and I played with a controller. You'll find barrels scattered about that contain helpful resources, and a character who functions as a merchant. You can buy and trade items with him, as well as upgrade your weapons. There's an inventory box and a diary that you can use ink to save your progress in. You'd think us survival horror fans might be sick of this format by now, but it just never gets old. Maybe it's just the nature of the genre, exciting and tense even when we know what to expect. Survival horror is just one of those genres where players want what they want. The atmosphere is anxiety-inducing in all the right ways. There's this steady drone that permeates the battlefield that just kept me on the edge of my seat. Enemy artillery fire is nerve-wracking because I knew if I stepped foot in the wrong location, I'd be in big trouble. As the world opens up, you'll feel the familiarity people yearn for when picking up survival horror titles. Locks, keys, resources, tools, and backtracking. There's also points in which enemy soldiers can infiltrate the location, so you can use barbed wire to seal up those spots to try and keep yourself safe. The most intriguing thing is that I'm getting the sense there is something supernatural going on. I can't be sure because most of the elements present don't suggest that kind of horror, but then I found this door and, I don't know, just look how mysterious and brooding it is. It feels like there might be more going on here than just a World War I tale, but we'll see when the official release happens. Even if there isn't supernatural horrors or creatures of any kind, just the nature of war makes this game terrifying enough. I was all in. If you like what you see, pick up the CONSCRIPT demo now. I highly recommend it. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up or comment. Share it with your friends or survival horror fans. I'll be back with more soon. Be nice to each other in the comments. Thanks for watching.